Now, you all, what we're going to show you how to do now is create internal hyperlinks, which means, what is it? What's the difference between an internal and external hyperlink? Do I know? All right, inside what and outside what, though? Not exactly. When you have an external hyperlink, you click on that hyperlink and it takes you away from your website, okay? If you have an internal hyperlink, that means you are taking yourself to another page inside your own website, okay? Now, up until this point in class, we've just been designing individual pages. And if you look inside your folder for your practice site, right now you should have an index file. You might have your inline styles practice page right there. And then you have a bunch of pictures, okay? Now, I didn't do the inline styles practice page because I'm the teacher and I don't have to do the assignments. But what I'm going to do now, I'm going to create two other pages, okay? And watch what I'm going to do to create these two other pages. This is magic, okay? Okay, I have my code, my source code for my home page. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit File. I'm going to hit Save As. What would be a good name to give this one besides index? I'm going to call it Practice. I'm just practicing. I'm going to call it practice2.html. Now, when I do that, if you look back here, I have my index file right there. I have another page called practice2.html. I want to have a third page, and everybody needs at least 3 pages in your home page of your practice site. So what do you think I should do next? Go File, Save As. I'm going to call it what? Practice 3, right? Because it's simply practice. Notice I'm saving these as HTML files. Okay. You all right now should have no less than 3 HTML files inside your practice site. Okay? I have my index. I have one called Practice 2. I have one called Practice 3. I don't necessarily care what you name them. For practice purposes, it doesn't matter. Okay. Now, well, if you take a look inside your practice site folder, you should have at least 3 web pages. You've got one index right there, one called Practice 2, one called Practice 3. If yours isn't named exactly the same, that's okay. Okay? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to link all 3 of these pages together. Okay? I'm going to start out on the home page, the index file. Okay? So I'm going to pull up my code for my index.html file. You zoom back out. Let's see what I'm doing. Now, I'm going to make a real simple little link bar at the very top of my page. You can put yours wherever you want, but keep in mind you're creating a link bar, correct? So, what would be the best place to put your link bar? Probably at the top of your page, right? Okay. I can put it at the very top after my open body. I'm going to hit return. What is the tag you use to create a link? What is the tag you use to create a link? We already know this when somebody tell me. Just be honest. A space href equals, right? Open quotation mark. Now, you all, if we were putting a link to a different website, at this point, you would put the web address, http:// and then the web address, correct? The only difference between creating your internal links and creating an external link, instead of putting http equals, I'm going to go ahead and just write the file name. And what am I going to link to first? Why am I putting a link to index.html? You might want to care to explain that to you. Y'all, anybody answer my question? Say that again. Was it Gabriel? Okay, if you notice right here, and this is what people screw this up all the time in this class for some reason. Maybe it's because I'm not a very good teacher. But what page am I on right now? What's that? I'm on my index file right now. I'm creating a link to the page that I'm on. Why am I doing that? Is it because I'm stupid? Okay, so I can click back to it, right? I'm going to put the same link bar on every single page, okay? When I go to my second page, I still want to have a link to my first page, and so on and so forth, okay? So right here, I'm going to put a line break. You all don't have to put a line break if you don't want to, but I'm going to. If you don't, they'll all run together. I'm going to put another link on there to my second page. Now here's where it gets difficult, or not even difficult, but you got to watch what you're doing. Now, what people are going to mess up on this, and I'm going to zoom out so I can show you what I'm talking about right here. If I take a look back in here, these pages that I'm linking to, just like if you have a picture or something like that, if you misspell one thing, your link is not going to work, okay? If I put capital P instead of lowercase p, my link is not going to work. I put practice to no space .html, or it will not go to my second page. You get phone calls to show mine. So I'm going to go ahead and put in practice to .html, close quotation mark, close bracket. Now, whatever I put right here, that's what's going to show up on my page, right? I'm just going to call this one practice page 2. I'm going to also, since it's a link, I'm going to put it in capital letters. I'm of the opinion when you have links, they should be capitalized. Right? Make sure you put your close A there. And I'm going to go ahead and put a line break in there. And actually, before I move on, let me do a couple things. This is what I'm working on right here. Okay. Yes, ma'am, what's the question? What's that? Okay. So I got that far. So far. I'm going to go ahead and put a link to my last page on there as well. I'm going to put it right here. Let me move this down. I'm going to do A space href equals quotation mark practice. You know, one thing I didn't really discuss, though, when you start on your next website assignment, what should you name your pages? Well, the home page is always going to be called index, right? Should you name your other pages page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5? No. Yeah, name them based upon what the content is going to be on each page, right? Now, I just said that, and I can guarantee you, somebody in here is going to call their pages page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5. What's your question?
Let's go.
Well, let's take a look at it in a moment. I haven't even showed you all mine yet.
Yeah, I checked it.
Hold on 1 second. I'm going to save this page right there. All right, Trinity, what's your question? Yeah, save your page. And hold on 1 moment. I want to show you on my page. I'm going to open it up. Here's what mine looks like right here. If I click on practice page 2, it goes to that page, okay? If I go click on practice page 3, it goes to the 3rd page. Notice up here that I've got in the address bar up there, it tells me which page I'm clicking on. Now, I'm going to pause right there. Now, on my home page right here, I've got all 3 of my links right here, and they all work. How do I get those links to show up on each of those individual pages? Okay. You're going to have to put those codes on every single page. If you want, you can go and type it on all 3 of your pages, right? You know what I would do first if I were you all? And look up here. If I were doing this and I got on my home page all the links were correct, all I would do is go up here and I would copy those codes.
So what are we doing?
If you look up here, I'm showing you. Okay? My link bar, I know it works. I'm copying those codes. Now, this is very important. I want y'all to pay attention to what I'm doing up here. Stop whatever you're doing and look up here. Okay? A big common mistake that people make in this class when they are working with multiple pages is the following. Anytime you're not specifically working in the source code for a page, I would close it out every time. It's very easy to think you're making changes to one page, but instead you're doing it to another. Okay? So always only keep the codes open for the page you're working on. I've copied those codes. I'm going to go here and open up my practice 2 page. And I'm going to go right here after my open body tag, right there. And I'm going to paste those codes in. I'm going to change my background color too, just so y'all can notice that I'm doing this on multiple pages. I'm going to save that. Then I'm going to close it. Then I'm going to go down here to my practice 3 page. I'm going to go ahead and copy those codes in there. And I think I'll go ahead and make that background color green. Now, you go back and refresh my page. I'm going to click on practice page 2. There we go, page 2. Go to page 3, page 2. I have now a fully functioning website. Okay. Once you're able to link all your pages together, congratulations, you have made a website web page. Now, that first full website that you're going to create, the assignment sheet is right here on my website under where it says Monday, September 26, 2016. Number 4 on there says begin biosite assignment. Let's take a look at that assignment sheet. You will start on this today. Probably will not finish it today. Really go fast. But anyway, I'm giving you a list of things you can put on this assignment. Now, since today you will create a website about one of your favorite themes, yourself. The requirements for this website are listed below. These are your minimum requirements. Number 1, you gotta have a home page. It says you completed this page on your home page assignment. Now, you all, if you're one of those people that did not turn in the home page assignment, if you complete this assignment right here, then it will also take care of your homepage assignment, okay? You might have to go back and do the homepage again, but it will take care of your homepage assignment. It'll make that grade go away. Please be quiet. Please be quiet. You are to have no less than 3 other pages, and it says see your storyboard assignment. Did I give those back to you? Okay, I'll give them back to you. I think that's great in the basket. All of your links and pictures must work properly. You must have a consistent link bar on each page of your site. What that means is you got to have the same link bar on each page of your site. Your link bar must link to all of the other pages. You're going to have a home page and then 3 other pages. You must use inline styles on your website. That includes background colors, font colors, style or types and sizes. If you've already started doing the internal style sheets, which we're going to cover next, that's okay as long as you apply them properly. You must include a page title at the top of each page. You must have multiple images on each page. You must have no less than 2 paragraphs of writing on each page. That does not include the home page, the requirement on that sign. Okay. You must write me no less than 2 paragraphs on each page. If you take a look, also on my website, I have put the scoring guide for this assignment right there. Where it says file site scoring guide. This will count as a test grade. If I can get this open up. There we go. Let's take a look at that. This is how I will score your assignment. Your home page and the 3 other pages, as long as you have those, that will be 4 points. Your page titles will be worth 2 points each. Where it says content, appropriate amount of text and images, that's your 2 paragraphs per page, multiple images per page. All of your links must be working properly. You got to have proper navigation. That's your link bar. You must have the correct link bar on each page. You got to use correct use of your inline styles, correct source code, and then your spelling, punctuation, grammar. Now, like I said, you have about 20 minutes to work on this today. I'll pass back those for those of you that completed the storyboard assignment. I'll pass those back to you. Otherwise, please begin now. It will probably be due by the end of class on Friday. You have 20 minutes now. You'll have the remainder of your class on Wednesday to work on it. I will likely make it due at the end of class on Friday. Please begin.